So Mark, how do you keep track of your inventory? What technology or methods do you use to do
What we
so?
do is Honda has a Honda Interactive Network, where our inventory comes up every day, and like we get these nice little sheets here that we can print up. Shows like all the cars we have, like the fits, shows the VIN numbers, shows like this page here are the ones that are coming in. But if you notice here, it'll also show you the days that this car's in stock. So, when we got someone looking, we look here, wow, we've had this car for 75 days. It's time to move it. But yeah, that's how we keep track. We have an inventory sheet off of the Honda Interactive Network.
So Mark, how long might you say some of your faster selling cars sit on the lot? Slower selling cars? Are there any associated carrying costs associated with unsold cars?
We have cars that are sold before they even get here. Like Honda just came out with the 2010 Honda Insight. Fantastic vehicle. I mean, you can get between 40 and 60 some miles to the gallon. It's very affordable. We're taking orders on those, and they're sold before they even get here. Are there associated carrying costs associated with unsold cars? Absolutely, because we got to pay interest on all these cars. So we don't want them sitting here. So if I have someone coming in for a silver Accord EX, and I have one that's been here 221 days, and I have one that's been here 42 days, I'm pulling up the one that was here 221 days. You know what I mean? Because we've been paying interest on that car for a long time. So that's the one we'll move. That's just how it is.
So, Mark, does your dealership order cars routinely, or do you order more whenever you sell so many, such as every 5 cars?
We try to order as many as we can, but they don't. They pretty much limit you on what you can get. You have to earn it by what you sell.
So Mark, how do you decide what parts to keep in stock? And what parts should you order from your distribution center or supplier?
What they do is, what they originally did was they took a list, obviously, of the things that were used the most. So obviously, if people are using the oil, you know what I mean, things like that, they base their inventory on what they keep in stock. Obviously, just like if you went to like the grocery store or whatever, and, obviously they're gonna have more milk. Our parts department keeps a lot of different things. They have a pretty good stock of everything, but they just keep more of the essentials, the oil filters, and nowadays with the computer and the way everything's set up, whatever they need, you can have in a day.
So Mark, how do you cost the expense of acquiring your parts into the actual price of the repair?
Just give one price, and it's the parts with the labor, and then they factor in labor. Everything that they do on a labor standpoint in the service department is already done. Like they could say, well, if you're going to get the if someone needs to have the rotors replaced or something, well, they could say, well, that's 2.5 billable hours. So it might only take them an hour and a half or an hour, but it's 2.5 billable hours. So they build. That's how they do it like that. So.
Mark, are the shipments that come into your dealership always the same size, or do you order exactly how many you need?
No, they're not always the same size. They used to be able to be more on color wise. Like you could try to put, like, if you take orders, like when we were at a stage, like when the Honda Odyssey first came out, everyone wanted one. You couldn't get them. There was a 3-month to 6-month waiting list for them. But if you would take an order for someone wanted one in green, you put an order in for it. You don't always get them, but for the most part, like on that inventory sheet that we get off the Interactive, if I see I have one coming in, like they show you when you're having some that are being built. So if I'm seeing a production date of one for, let's say, the 20th of April, and these people want as soon as possible, and I don't have what they're looking for, I can go look and see another dealer that has one coming about the same time, do an online dealer swap. So when those things come in, it automatically comes to my dealership and not their dealership, and the car that I had will go to their dealership. They can all do it on the computer. They'll say, you definitely will get 5. So then you could order 5 perfectly exactly what you want, and then the other ones are pretty much whatever they give you, they give you.
So Mark, how does your dealership forecast demand for cars? such as moving averages, trend lines, or experience?
What we do is we look back into previous months. Like, what did we do last April? What did we do last April, the April before? That's how we pretty much get a good idea. Because it's pretty true to form. I mean, January stinks. Every January stinks. February's pretty good. March is even better. April, it slows down a little bit. And May is the best month of all. May, it just booms.